was in second place when he pitted. That leaves Mark Martin, Brian Vickers out on the racetrack, who have not stopped, along with Keselowski and Scott Speed. And here comes Martin, who will pit with 65 laps to go. Krista.
And Mark Martin was trying to outlast Mother Nature. They hung out there as long as they could. Alan Gustafson telling his driver, you have to bring it in. But Mark is happy with the car. No adjustments. 4 tires for Mark Martin.
Now the question for Brian Vickers, do you stay out hoping for that rain caution, or do you let everybody on fresh tires run quicker laps than you can right now?
Yeah, because we pointed out earlier, he's going to be getting about beat by 2 seconds a lap.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught out by Mother Nature on the back straightaway out of gas.
You see the dark clouds to the west, sunshine behind it, but this one little rain system can raise havoc with this race.
Well, our weather guy said we may have a few spotted showers this afternoon, and we've been pretty fortunate so far. I think it might be might require a caution here soon, though. I see a lot of, looks like a few drops falling.
19 cars on the lead lap, make that 18 as Kurt Busch now tries to fight and get his lap back, and does. Down on the bottom, Brian Vickers stays on track. Bit of raindrops in the air. Let's go back and show you what happened to Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has an axle problem, trying to leave his pit after they finished with the right side tires.
All right, see if we can tell if the wheel's spinning. I couldn't tell if it was spinning before the jack dropped or not, Darrell.
It looked like it was, but like you said, Larry, these concrete pit boxes are really hard on the drivetrain.
So if the left rear tire is up in the air and he's spinning the tires and drops it down, that can snap that left rear half shaft.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We see that a lot, especially concrete pits. It has so much bite.
Last week the pits were too slick. This week we got too much bite.
I think Ryan Pemberton and Brian Vickers decided we got to have fuel.
Slow down, Brian. As he comes to pit road, he will surrender the lead to Denny Hamlin.
It's about as good as you can get on pit road. I tell you, that was max speed right to the line.
He surrenders the lead for fuel and tires. Steve.
And Mike, not only is it overcast with a few raindrops falling, the temperature has dropped, and Brian Vickers says that his car has gotten tight because of that. They'll make a wedge adjustment on the 83, 2 rounds of wedge, 4 tires of fuel for Brian Vickers.
David Reagan also comes to pit road as we continue under green with 61 laps to go.
Now remember, Denny Hamlin came on the pit road that last caution at lap 149, so he should be able to go another 3 to 5 laps on his tank of fuel.
Perfect.
Strategy and Mother Nature all come into play here at Auto Club Speedway. 60 to go. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
The Auto Club 500 on Fox, presented by Napa, is sponsored by AT&T. A better 3G experience. By Lowe's. Experience. Lowe's. Let's build something together. And by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling brand of trucks for 33 years straight. Built Ford tough.
Half a lap ago, the caution waived for rain here in Fontana, California. It'll be the 5th caution of the day. Brad Keselowski will get the free pass. And you see the rain coming down, but you saw the clouds quite variable in different areas here.
Bunch of these guys riding around on the apron, 82 to 34, they just went by really slow, riding on the apron.
Well, for good reason, because Scott Speed hasn't been to pit road in a long time. Let's bring in our Fox storm scout, Rick Dickert, over in the studios in Los Angeles. Rick, are we looking at a scattered shower here, or is this the start of something big?
Yeah, there is a shower right over the Speedway, and you can see it on the radar. The radar really started to light up about 10-15 minutes or so ago, and you can see the Speedway here, the radar showing quite a bit of activity, mostly light stuff. I'm a little more concerned about what is a little bit further west, and all this action is moving from the west towards the east. You can see here a larger bulk of precipitation of rainfall starting to push towards the Speedway. So a shower now, we may get a brief break, and then perhaps more rain another 20 to 30 minutes beyond that.
Rick, have you heard of the vortex theory? of weather.
I've already been studying it. I already got the email from Larry, but the attachment was so large it crashed my computer. So I'm working on it, Larry.
I hope we don't have enough time to explain it to you. Thanks, Rick.
All right.
Guys, this is interesting. Denny Hamlin has come to pit road. Steve, let's talk about him. Then we'll tell you who just took the lead.
Larry, he has to. They had certainly talked about it, but he is going to run out of gas. They have got to come in and get fuel.
Scott Speed in that same situation. He is the new leader. And Regan Smith was running in the top 5. He also comes for Sunoco race fuel. Krista? We'll get back with Krista in a moment as you see 2 of those cars falling out of the top 5 to take gas.
Think about last year. We had 2 first-time winners. Both of them were because of rain. We had Logano at New Hampshire, and we had Rudeman at Charlotte. So rain has been the friend of a first-time winner.
But even with these cautions, he's been out there 52 laps. And if you notice through the corners, he's riding on the apron. It's flatter there because the fuel pickup in these cars is in the right rear corner. That way, when you're going through there at speed, the fuel goes over to the pickup under caution. It runs away from it on the banking.
All right, Krista is in Scott Speed's pit.
Yeah, and the 82 was obviously trying to play the Mother Nature card as well. They said, Scott, you have to get down to the flat. He was almost out. They said, shut it off, coast, do everything you can do to save fuel.
Remember last year when we had 4 caution flags for rain during the race? And we hope that Rick Dickert is right, that this shower is a brief one, and we can get back under green and try to run to completion.
All right, have a good, guys. Be solid in the pits. Let's go win this thing. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Keep coming, brother. Keep coming.
2 wide inside, 2 wide.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Loose spots in the pits, loose spots on the track.
I don't know what we're doing wrong, man, but we got to fix it.
And Scott Speed, your leader, but what does he have to do with the pace car here as the caution is out for some rain on the track?
Well, you can see the telemetry right there. He's doing about 62 miles an hour, but he's been told he's got to keep up with the pace car or he will wind up losing his leader spot. I mean, that's just part of what's got to happen right now.
Best career finish for him, 5th at Talladega in 2009. It's not raining in certain parts of the track. A quick recap, if you tuned in a little bit late, and Jimmie Johnson has led 77 laps so far today. In fact, Kevin Harvick, a couple of California guys dominating early. Now, Martin Truex Jr., because of an engine problem, hits the wall and is out of the race. Truex, a top 10 finisher. And here's Harvick and Jimmie trading the lead back and forth. Harvick led 27 laps. Casey Kane had some problems, the highest running Ford.
Yeah, he was about to get into Juan Pablo Montoya, and you see him right there. He gets loose off the corner, down through the grass he goes, tears up that right front fender. But here's the most interesting part of the day here. A tire gets away from the 1 car. Look at the athletic ability of the tire carrier. He avoids the 29 car and continues.
And he was okay, although pit road penalties an issue. Here, Juan Montoya, who started on the front row, led 29 laps, a blown engine. And then Ryan Newman, another DNF. That's back-to-back. He had only won all of last year. In fact, he and Tony Stewart completed the most laps last year, 99.7, but 4 blown engines, and then the pit road mishap with an axle problem for Junior.
Yeah, he thought he had a flat tire. He came down to try to get that thing taken care of, and guys, his day is pretty much toast because they didn't have an axle ready to go in the car to begin with.
So 13 leaders, 24 lead changes, and this is our 5th caution with 53 laps to go.
And Chris, I was telling you about how sometimes a crew chief's job is to, be in command of things. Take a listen to what happened during that pit stop.
Just get real loose.
Oh, I got a flat, damn it. I'm coming. Here we are.
All right, you said broke axle. 4 tires, guys. 4 tires of fuel. But give me an axle quick. Hurry up, guys. It's hustle. We need an axle here. We should have axles in this pit box. If we don't, that's a problem.
And did they?
And I'm sure they did. They got the repairs made. Chris, you heard Lance McGrew say, hey, if you don't have me axles in this pit box, somebody's in trouble. Pretty much, I'm getting ready to choose somebody up and spit them out.
Is that just bad racing luck, wear and tear, or the RPMs that being turned the way you talked about earlier contributing to this problem?
I think Larry and Darrell have documented it all day long. When you come down this pit road, it's got concrete. These guys are lighting these rear tires up, dropping that